for his story a little bit here. It's just a short video, but so many people love this video, and I've covered it a few times over the years.
Back here in this dry creek bed, I was back here looking. This is where it happened. Back here in this dry creek bed, I was back here looking. I thought one of my dogs was back here, and I was like, how'd the dog get out of the yard? I saw a bunch of movement, and then I got back and well, maybe it's a deer. And then I was worried about my dogs because there's a lot of Bigfoot and Sasquatch in this area. I didn't have a gun with me.
So he seems genuine. To be fair, the guy seems very genuine. I don't know if he's putting on an act, but it's going well for him.
And so I got back here, and that's when I saw the female Sasquatch. She tore out of the bushes, knocked me down on the ground, and I thought she was going to kill me. I'm like grabbing for a gun, and then I realized I didn't bring a gun with me. I didn't have a dog with me. I was back here by myself. I was terrified. I was so terrified. It was so scary. And I wouldn't be back here right now, except I feel the need to get over my fear.
And at least this time he's packing. The first time he was there, like you said, he didn't have his gun with him, so things escalated quickly.
And what happened? And what happened was, as soon as I was knocked down on the ground, she starts ripping my clothes off me. She did. She pulled my pants off me, and I'm like, oh great, what? She's gonna kill me. They're gonna find my naked.
They're gonna find my naked. Started ripping my clothes off me. What's gonna happen next?
She pulled my pants off me, and I'm like, oh great, what? She's gonna kill me. They're gonna find my naked body here. It's worse. It's worse. As soon as she got my pants off me, she started jerking the ween, and
and the verbiage he uses for this, fucking jerking my ween.
She got my pants off me. She started jerking the ween, and I'm like, whoa, that's not gonna work. What are you doing? And then the next thing I know, keep in mind, this is a big Sasquatch, comparable to a big hairy Russian woman. I mean, she was big. She was 7.5, 8 feet tall and hairy. And so I'm down there on the ground. I'm completely naked.
To be fair, I don't know a lot of hairy Russian women, but I don't know if this is a legitimate claim.
My clothes have been ripped off me, and she starts giving me a knobber. It was all just biological. I didn't have any choice. And the next thing you know, I blew my load. I blew my load in the Sasquatch. As soon as I did that, she got.
It's all biological. He couldn't control himself at this point. He was invested. Yeah, just like Michael Moody in the chat.
And she ripped down. She let out this howl and then ripped down this tree. And I thought, my God, she's gonna take the tree and take it and smash me, right? No, it didn't end. It didn't end. And then she starts blowing me again. And I'm like,
what up, Jack? How you doing, sir? We are going over the famous video of the man that was allegedly taken advantage of by a female Sasquatch. And we were at the part in the story where she just got done just jerking his ween, and then she started giving him a knobber. And of course, biologically, you would have to just, he blew his load in the Sasquatch. So,
could you give me 5 minutes? She didn't even give me 5 minutes. She started blowing me again. The next thing you know, I bust a nut again, and then she stands up.
This is like Granny's long lost uncle who lives in the Appalachians.
And does one of these isn't that good? I swear to God. Then she hightails it into the woods this way. Now, I didn't know what to do at this point. I'm like, what do I do? I've been raped by a Bigfoot. Do I call the police? What do I do? I still don't know what to do. I mean, She could be pregnant with my child.
I don't know how that works though, because even even if he did blow his load into the mouth of the Sasquatch, the lady Sasquatch who reminded him of a hairy Russian woman, I don't understand how that would entail get her pregnant. But yeah, I don't know. This guy's logic, not mine. I can't. I'm overthinking it.
I mean, she could be pregnant with my child. I'll tell you one thing, I don't go in the woods anymore unless I have a weapon with me. I'll get over this. I think I should probably talk to somebody, maybe a counselor or something. I've never been raped before.
Yeah, there's several videos where he covers these events, or a Bigfoot got his dog, and he always has the same genuine look to him of commitment. Like either he's a really good actor or he kind of believes this a little bit. I can't. Oh yeah, you're more than welcome to, Jack.
For this, and listen, if it was a female human, yeah, let's do it. But this was like a creature. It was like a monster. It was a fucking monster. I was raped on a fucking dry creek bed. There's poison ivy all over here. I'm gonna have poison ivy probably on my ween.
That is honestly the worst part about it. Like, if you've been covered in poison ivy before, I'll give you guys a true story. Again, I was out camping as a young man, and there was an island, and we like went across this creek to go on this island, and we started building a fort. Get a bunch of fucking big ass sticks and like building a teepee on a bigger tree and fucking stacking everything up. And all of a sudden, I'm fucking out there working and hanging out. It's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I am not running all the way back to the camper to do this. I was like, we're gonna have to shit in the woods. So I look around, and odds are, like, my brain was thinking, all right, what I want a thick leaf that is kind of wide and big for wiping. And sure enough, I found one. It was really big, and it was like, it almost had like this thickness to it that I can't describe. I now know what these leaves are. These are poison oak leaves, and they actually do grow very large. But I decided to shit in the woods and wipe my ass with a fucking poison oak leaf. And yeah, that was the worst couple weeks of my fucking life. It spread everywhere. It was on my front. It was on my back. It was creeping up my thighs. Fucking, it had spread everywhere because that part of your body is just a fucking incubator for problems. And yeah, it was miserable. And I can only imagine after such a traumatic event of being, manhandled by a female Sasquatch and getting drugged through the poison ivy. That's just the worst icing on the worst cake.
Over here, I'm gonna have poison ivy probably on my ween. It sucks. It sucks, man. I felt like I couldn't get fucking clean. I got home and I started taking a bath, and I just fucking feel like I can't get fucking clean. It's been a horrible experience, and nobody will believe me. If I call the police, they're gonna tell me I'm fucking making it up. It's fucking horrible. That's the tree that she knocked down after the first.
It's still laying down. I wonder, because he doesn't really say like the time difference between when the event happened and when he came back, because that tree looks very much alive. All the leaves on it are very green. It just looks like a leaning tree. It doesn't even look like it's down.
Time after I busted my load into her, she knocked down after the first time after I busted my load into her. She's probably pregnant with my fucking hybrid baby. That's my guess. This is poison sumac, and this is all in the dried up creek bed. It's everywhere. I'm sure I'm gonna have.
And poison sumac is way worse than poison ivy. The needles on it, there's a lot more per area on sumac compared to poison ivy.
Poison sumac on my scroto, on the shaft. Don't eat poison sumac. So she was just eating poison sumac before she gave me the knobber. She'd have that shit on her fucking lips and shit.
Oh, the analogy of that. The fact that she had it all over her mouth and was just snacking on it before and then went to town on his ween. Oh my God. He thought this through so well.
My ween's gonna be breaking out, and it ain't gonna be with the herb. You know what I'm saying? This sucks. I don't know what to do. I'll never go back down there alone without a dog or a gun. I don't like being treated like a piece of meat like that. Manhandled by some big hairy female. That was one of the worst.
Usually people pay for shit like that. Get manhandled by a big hairy female. I feel like there's a market for it. There might be an OnlyFans about it, but you know.
That was the worst. Seriously, that was the worst. I can't even believe I blew my load. It was difficult, but